Yo, yo, yo. What's the dealio, man? How y'all feeling, y'all? How y'all feeling? Hey, y'all already know I got a straight banger for you, all right? So look, we got a masterclass popping off, y'all, all right? This is the masterclass. This is Saturday, right? Saturday morning for y'all on the West Coast, early afternoon for y'all on the, in Texas and Central, and then, afternoon for everybody on the East Coast, man. So if y'all tapping in, man, shout out to y'all for taking this time on Saturday. Okay. If you guys are tapping in, let me know where y'all tapping in from on live, y'all. All right, tap in with me. Nawan, how you feeling? Best Beezy, what up? Double R, Tim, Natalie, what's up? Callie Chick, how you feeling? Jason Williamson, Henry, Cake Boss, Gabrielle, KDH, Devonna, what up? Money Dolphin, Med Lord, what up? Brittany, S. Dot, I think that's Celeste. Pamela, how you feeling? Driving right now, but I'm listening. What up, Chris Connor? LaRue, how you doing, LaRue? Med Lord, what's the dealio? What's up, George? What up, Aries Moon? Emails, what's up? Shout out to Mississippi, Sneaker Girl, Tiff. Shout out to New York, DC, what's up, Tanveers? Caesar, what up? How you feeling? What up, Narden B? Geneva, pleasure is mine. Pleasure is mine. What up, James R? Pixel B, San Antonio. What up, Dot? Jerry. What up, Wise? How you feeling? What up, Alchemist? Jamal, Billy. What up, Jay Get Money? What up, Becca? The Bartier Way. Shout out to P. Bryant, Travis, KP in the building. Jose Valentin, D. Clark, what up? South Florida, Sherry. What up, what up, what up, Ant? How you feeling, bro? Committed Girl, Turnpike Blue, what up? Walt, how you feeling? The Killer. Asar, 16, how you feeling? Ed Scott, Eric Hall in the building. Hey, man, that's roll call right there, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I just wanted to say what's up to y'all. You know, I like doing like a little roll call just to say what's up to everybody, man. I just want to say thank you guys to everybody that's taking time out of your Saturday to, lock in with me. Because this masterclass, what I want to do is I want to be able to, help you guys. Number one, I said when we hit 4,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a masterclass. So that's number one, right? I said I'm going to do a masterclass. And then, on top of that, I want to be able to give back, right? Because without y'all watching these videos, without y'all tapping in, without y'all engaging, without you guys sharing, right, the channel doesn't grow. And so I sincerely appreciate all of y'all. And so I just wanted to, be able to bring everything together, all of the content together, and, have one localized experience, one video, one live where we could all come together and we could really get all these questions answered. All right? Because y'all be asking me questions via email. Y'all be asking me via questions under comments on YouTube videos. And I'll be like, I can't answer this question on a YouTube comment. You get what I'm saying? So this video, this live is for that, y'all, right? So it's for you guys, all of y'all that be tapping in, all of y'all that be commenting, all of y'all that be liking all the videos. I sincerely appreciate y'all, man, for real. All right, so my goal is always to be able to over deliver. So like I said, I'm not holding back. Y'all know I'm not holding back. I'm not going to gatekeep, right? I'm not going to hold something back just because I want you to join the Discord. You're going to join the Discord regardless, right? And if you don't, that's fine. If you do, that's fine as well. If you need to get a one-on-one, then be sure to click the link in the description for a one-on-one as well, okay? Now, let me say, nothing that I say in this video is financial advice. If you guys want financial advice, be sure to talk to a licensed financial advisor, y'all. All right? But what I did want to say is I thank you guys once again for rocking with me, okay? We actually creeping up on 5,000, 5,000 subscribers. And I started putting out videos daily last January. So we about, a year and almost a couple months into putting out daily videos. And then I started going live daily back in October, right? So we about 4 months in doing daily live videos as well. So it's been about 4 months, 4.5 months since I've been putting out two videos per day. The regular video is about 10 to 15 minutes. And then the live, y'all already know, it's about 1 to 2 hours, sometimes an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours. It does just depend, right? But I'm big on gratitude, and I'm big on paying it back and paying it forward. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all stick with me to the end of this, you guys will have more information and more knowledge and more wisdom in regards to, trading the Strat method and just life in general. Because y'all already know by this point, I don't just talk about trading. I talk about elevating your mindset and elevating your game as well. Okay? So I thank you guys for showing up on Saturday. All right, I know y'all could be doing anything else. So I just wanna address that. I thank y'all for y'all time. Okay? So what up, Elijah Wan? How you feeling? D. Clark, how you feeling? Optimal Life. What's up, Davida? I got your email, so I'm gonna answer those questions as well. What's up, Dr. Natalie? What up, Leela? How you feeling? My M. What up, No Extendo? All right. New Beginning. What up, Liz? How you feeling? Appreciate that, Nard B, for real. All right. The channel is nothing, without y'all tapping in on a daily basis. So I appreciate y'all. All right. So let's get started, man. All right. So let me set a couple ground rules, okay? Or some housekeeping. The main thing is this video, this live, this is not about what the stock market is gonna do. This is about we about to work on everybody's game, okay? We about to go in and we about to work on y'all game, okay? All of y'all questions that y'all need answered, okay? This is what this masterclass is for. So it's actually like an interactive masterclass, okay? It's for free. It's going to be recorded. It's going to be on YouTube, all of that stuff. But it's an interactive masterclass, okay? We about to go over a lot of stuff. So I hope that you guys have your notepads and y'all ready. All right, what's up, Chandra? What up, Marquin? All right, what up, Royalty? Royalty, Passion, Prosperity. All right. So look, what up, Adam? How you feeling? He said, thank you for sharing, even if a lot of us are not in your Discord. Yeah, nah, for sure. All right. So yeah. So let's get it popping, y'all. Let me say, if you guys are watching this video, be sure to like this video. All right. That's all I ask from you guys. If you have not, click the like button on this video. Okay. Let's get this video to 500 likes, y'all. All right. Let's get this video to 500 likes. That's all I'm asking you guys. I'm about to give you guys so much of myself on this Saturday. Okay. I just got back from the gym not too long ago, right? So I'm ready. My mind is sharp and I'm ready to be able to show up for y'all. All I ask is for you guys to be engaged, okay? Don't be watching TV while you're watching this live, right? Take time to be focused on what we're talking about here, okay? That's all that I ask. Focus and like this video and engage with this live when I'm asking you guys questions, because I'm here to help you. All right. I just want to set that tone. Okay. I'm not going to get up and just start talking. We got to set a tone. This is like a preface in a book. It's like the introduction. You get what I'm saying? I like to take time when I do these things. I'm not going to rush through this masterclass. I'm not going to rush through this live. I'm going to take my time so that you guys can get everything that you need. Okay. I want to really sincerely help you guys out. All right, that's what I'm about. So if you have not liked this video, let me know where you guys are tapping in from. All right, and we about to get it started. Okay, so first things first. First things first, y'all. Okay? When we looking at trading, right? When we looking at trading, I need you guys to understand that, and you guys, I know you guys have heard this before, but it's not a get rich quick thing, okay? So I need to paint this picture for you guys because this is the foundation of what I see. Everybody's trying to make $20,000 in one day with an account size of $800, okay? It's about mental maturity, okay? Financial maturity. So you need to be mature and you need to be responsible with how you approach trading. Nothing that I say over the next 1 to 2 hours is going to matter if you are not responsible and if you are not mature in your thinking. Okay? Nothing is going to matter, y'all. All right, so please, please, please understand that case, that part of it all. All right? The whole point of this thing is you want to start off, make $100 a day for a month. Make $150 a day for a month. Make $80 a day for a month. Make $50 a day for a month first. The first part of everything is you need to get down your execution and you need to understand how to execute. That's the first thing, okay? First thing. That's the first step, right? I'm not going to go over getting a brokerage account and all of that. No, right? I'm going to talk about the things that really, really, really matter. You can go on Google and figure out how to open up a brokerage account. That's easy. I'm not talking about that stuff. I'm talking about your mentality. I'm talking about your mind. I'm talking about your mindset. I'm talking about your spirit, right? I'm talking about all these other things that are always often overlooked, okay? That's what I'm talking about. So, first things first, y'all. You need to be mature. You need to be responsible, okay? You need to be mature and you need to be responsible. Now, have I been irresponsible sometimes? Yes. That is why I'm telling you guys you need to be responsible, because I have lost a lot of money back in the day. I had to learn how to be responsible through taking L's. I don't want you guys to take L's and then you learn how to be responsible, right? I want you guys to just listen to what I'm saying and do what I'm saying on the first try so that you don't have to go through the turmoil and the pain that I have had to experience. Okay? So really listen to what I'm saying. Be mature, be responsible. Okay? So yeah, there's people whole account to make $1,000 when smart traders use exactly, right? Shout out to Fresno, Texas. What's up, Renette? All right. So this is the first thing. We need to be responsible in how we are approaching this. So if you have a trading account, right? Let's say you got $1,000 in it. You can risk 10 to, depends on how conservative you are, 10 to 15% of your account. Now, the beautiful thing is, as your account grows, you're going to be using less of your account to make more money because your account is going to grow. But when you're $1,000, you can use $100 to, I'll even say $200 per trade, right? And then in the, per trade, per position, don't go get no contracts that's $500 when your account size is $1,000. That's stupid. Okay? That's stupid. I'm going to just keep it real with you. That's dumb. Don't do that. Okay? 10 to 15%, maybe 20%. Okay? First thing, foundational. We talking about foundational stuff. We're going to get into the Strat method and the entries and all of that. But none of that matters if you can't learn how to properly leverage. Period. I don't care about nothing else. All right? So let me know y'all hear what I'm saying. All right? Let me know y'all hear what I'm saying. Don't have $1,000 and then 3 days later, now your account only got $200. That's crazy. That's reckless. That's being a degenerate. All right? The whole point is you use a little bit of money every day to make more money and grow your money. That is what this is about. All right? So that's risk management. Okay? That's risk management, y'all. Tighten up. If you are not using risk management properly, you are wrong. You are wrong if you are not using risk management properly. Because watch this. Right? Watch this. You put $150 in a trade because your account got $1,000, right? You do risk management properly, 6 months. Now you got $25,000 in your trading account, right? Okay, now you put 8% into a trade, but you got 25K in your trading account, right? What's 25,000 times 8%? That's $2,000. So if you get up to $20,000, $25,000 in your trading account, you could put 8% of your trading account in a trade, and you could be leveraging $2,000 in a trade, right? This is how the game goes. So in the beginning, yeah, you can use 10 to 20% of your trading account, but you're using it to make money and climb your way up to the top. And then once you start getting more money, you're going to be putting less of your account into each trade. So you got to figure out and learn mentally, how can I, and I'm telling you how can I grow my account? I use a little bit of money in the beginning to make a little bit, and I compound it, and then 3 to 6 to 8 months later, now I'm up 25, 30, 50K. Now I'm only using 5 to 8% of my trading account, but because I'm using 5 to 8% of my trading account, because I have a good amount of money in there, I can now go make $800 to $1,000 to $2,000 a day consistently, right? And then from there, what's $1,000 a day if you got 22 trading days in a month? That's $22,000 a month. Okay? This is how you do it, y'all. So when people be saying trading is gambling and blah, 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 I ain't hearing all of that shit, right? Because they don't understand the system and how this goes. They don't understand the system. They don't understand the systematic approach it takes. Yes, you're going to take losses. Yes, there's going to be certain days where you feel like you want to just slap somebody. Yes, that happens. But your leverage and your risk management have to be on point. Okay? Your risk management has to be on point, y'all. Okay? That's going to help you out. I can take a 50% L in a trade and be perfectly fine because my risk management is on point. Y'all hear what I'm saying? My risk management is on point at this time. Okay? So please, please, please get that part down. Get that part understood. Get that part locked in. All right? When you have $1,000, $2,000, only risk 10 to 20% of your trading account. Right? Period. That is law. Okay? The next thing, this is what I tell everybody that I work with. Okay? Everybody I work with. This is what I tell everybody. Okay? This is what I tell everybody. 1 to 3 trades per day max, period. And you can only have one position open at a time. 1 to 3 trades per day max, and you can only have one position open at a time. Okay? Hear what I'm saying, y'all. Let me break this down. If you have not been trading for years and years, if you see multiple positions, what if your account is at 5K and then you have 4 positions open, 4 trades open, and now you have some drawdown and now your account is at 3,800. You might panic out and go lose $1,200 immediately, right? You have to manage 4 different trades. That's 4 different strategies. That's 4 different drawdowns, right? That's 4 different stop losses. That's 4 different charts. Okay? You need to only be trading 1 trade at a time, 1 to 3 trades per day. Right? This is law, y'all. This is law. Okay? You will murder your account. I've done it. Why do you think I'm telling you guys this? A lot of you guys are not ready to be day trading 3 to 4 trades at a time. Now watch this. 1 to 3 trades max per day, 1 position at a time. Okay? Now watch this. If you do 1 trade at a time, you can fully focus, and then you'll know if you should stay in the trade, get out the trade, whatever. Right? Now what happens is you can maximize your profit from that first trade. You may hit your daily goal off of the first trade. Right? Now what happens? Close your laptop, go on about your day. Close your laptop, go on about your day. Close your laptop, go on about your day, right? Daily goal hit on the first trade because you learned how to focus. Y'all see what I'm saying? Exactly. Imagine having 4 trades open every day last week. You would have got cooked. This is how people blow their accounts. This is how people blow their accounts fast, y'all. Because they be greedy and they think that each trade is about to go their way. One to 3 trades max per day, 1 position open at a time. This is going to force you to find quality, solid setups, and it's also going to allow you to assess your P&L. Right? Because if you hit your daily goal on the first trade, you don't need to trade anymore. Because listen, when we're trading, the whole name of the game is, how can I expose myself to less risk but make more? So the more trades you take, the more risk you're exposing yourself to. And the more risk you're exposing yourself to, the more likely you are going to take a loss. Okay? Let me know if this is all making sense so far, y'all. Let me know if this is making sense so far, y'all. Let me know in the comments. This is also going to stop you from over trading. Just getting in trades just because you want to see how it goes. This is how you end up taking 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 trades and only making $10 in a day. Okay? Yep. I see y'all in the comments. Yep. Prep the night before, execute. Yep. You can't do it with, you can't work on all them order blocks with 4 trades unless you just been doing this for 5, 6, 7, 8 years. Right? I agree with this advice. Slow and steady. Just chart with 100% focus if you're playing multiple tickers simultaneously. Exactly. Right. What's up, Christiana? Where you been at? She said, I'm learning this. Literally have to take a mental break because of this. Yep. Yep. What's your opinion on using profit made that day? I'll talk about that, Adam. Okay. All right, y'all. So look. Okay, exactly, Angel, right? You taking 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades, you got all these positions open. At the end of the day, you only up $2. You up $2. Right? But you a trader though. I day trade. Right? What are we doing here? Or you in 4 or 5 different trades at a time, and then you down $800. Now you sweating, right? Now you stressing. Don't get me started, y'all. Y'all know what happened when I get started. Don't get me started, okay? Please. Okay? Do not get me started. Less trades, y'all. Okay? Less trades. I know you want to post on Instagram on your stories and be like, oh, I'm up $1,000 on a day, but you up $1,000 on a day, but you ain't even took profit. You ain't even took profit on the open positions. You look away, you look back at the computer, now you down. Now you looking stupid, wishing you would have took profit. Okay? Come on, y'all. Do not get me started. All right? Exactly. 100% when I reach my goal, I go into replay mode and I paper trade so I'm not tempted. Exactly. There we go. That's responsibility right there. All right. So here's a question. How many contracts should a new trader take? 1. On an ETF like IWM where the contracts are $30, $40. Every new trader should only start with 1 contract. 1. And I'm not talking about on the stock. I'm talking about on an ETF where the contracts are less than $100. Every new trader, if I knew what I knew now, I would have found IWM. I would have started off trading 1 contract. 1. Because it's not about how much money you make in the beginning. It's about getting the skill set down. I cannot stress this enough. Y'all want to go make money so bad that you don't even learn the skill set that you need to make the money. So you're skipping steps, and when you skip steps, you miss lessons. When you skip steps, you miss lessons. So instead of learning the actual skill set, you try to just go to the money. And because you try to go straight to the money, you don't learn the skill set. That's where the inconsistency comes from. The inconsistency comes from you not focusing on the skill set, you only focusing on the money. Focus on the skill set. Trade one contract on IWM. Once you can learn how to get 1 contract and get 20 to 40% on 1 contract, and you can do that consistently for 2 to 4 weeks, that is when you say, okay, now I can do 3, now I can do 4. Because once again, it's not about the money. It's not about the money. Okay? It's not. Okay? Right. Who wants to be in the market for 4 hours and you only made $2? Who wants to be in a trade for 4 hours and then you only made 18 cents? You can't even pay for parking. You can't even pay for parking downtown. And parking is only $1 an hour. You was in the trade for 4 hours and you profited 18 cents. You cannot go downtown and pay for 1 hour of parking because you was doing too much. You was doing too much, y'all. Okay? See, look what Michael said. Was up 200 on Tesla Friday, ended up negative 150. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on. Come on, y'all. Okay, what's up, Candy? My hardest part when it comes to trading is time frames. We're gonna go over time frames. Don't worry about that, Vince. We gonna go over time frames. We're gonna go over everything. I'm setting the stage right here, y'all. All right. What's up, pullback premiums? Okay. Jamal said, I thought I arrived, but I need more study time. Listen, we all think we arrived, and then we do something, and then we lose money. We be like, ooh, I got slapped in the face. I've been there too. All right. Trailing stop losses are good, but not a lot of brokerages. Webull has it, but you got to adjust it. The only platform that has a trailing stop loss that's true is Thinkorswim. And I wouldn't refer a brand new trader to Thinkorswim because it's too confusing and it's too clunky. Right? Right? He said, how much you made today? I made a few cents. Right? Is the 4-hour trade the same for weekdays versus 1 day? Yeah, you could be in a trade for 4 hours on 0 days, but you gotta it has to be kind of trending up. All right. So just join. What's up, Apostle? What's the best trading platform? I mean, I like Webull. I learned once 25% reset, stop limit, order, and let run. Don't take a trade Friday. Take your time. We got to start locking in the profits. What's up, Ikiche? What's the psychology behind holding and losing trades? Winning trades short. Cooking no one. Never stops with trading. Exactly. All right. So that's what I want to say, all right? So we setting the stage, okay? So listen. Manage your risk properly, okay? The biggest thing that I say is, what do I say? 1 to 3 trades max, okay? 1 position open at a time, okay? Until you become a professional, 1 trade at a time, okay? 1 trade at a time. Okay? Because I can go put $2,500 in a trade and I could go make 30 to 40% on IWM in 10 to 15 minutes. Okay? In 10 to 15 minutes. 2,500, let's just say 35%. Okay? If I put 2,500 in a trade and I make 0.35%, that's 875 in 10, 15 minutes. Right? I don't need to trade more. Right? That's not including leaps. That's not including swing trades. That's not including shares. Right? So it's very important to understand that you also have scalp trades, you have day trades, and you have swing trades, and you have leaps. Next thing, you need to make sure you have different accounts for different things. Okay? You have different accounts for different things. I'm talking about for your day trading account. Right? If you are in your day trading account and you don't have more money to put in a swing trading account, then you can only day trade right now. right? Hear what I'm saying. Day trading account for day trading. Swing trading account for swing trading. Don't swing trade in your day trade account. Your account will drop. The whole point of day trading is to grow an account, right, every day. The point of swing trading is to grow your money over time. And the point of leaps is to do the same thing over time. And then shares is that's that long money. Okay? You should be doing, I think that you should do all of them. But you got to find what works for you. Okay? So in the morning when we're in the Discord, I'm in my day trading account. Right? I'll catch some scalps. Later on in the day, if I took one trade and I hit, if I see a solid bounce or a reversal, I may take it. I may get another 20 to 50%. I'm not super greedy. That's another thing. Y'all be so damn greedy. Why are you guys up 200% and then you down 40% on the same trade you was up 100 and something percent on? You up 200%. Now you only get out at 40%. Let me break this down for you. This is what this means. What this means is you was up 200% and you let the trade go down to 180%, right? 150% profit, 120% profit, 110% profit, 100% profit, 90% profit, 70% profit, 60% profit, 50% profit. Then you finally get out at 40% profit. So nowhere in that other 140% profit did you say I should take profits. Nowhere in there did you say I should maybe take profits. So you let it go from 200 to 40%. What the hell is wrong with your mind? What is wrong with you? Okay? 200%, you more than doubled your money. Take profits and run. Take profits and run. Get up out of there. Moni said because I wanted the 500%, but watch this. 100% trades are still 500%. This goes back to y'all be wanting what you see on the internet. Y'all be wanting what y'all see on the internet. This goes back to chasing something, right? Chasing something. Would you rather have 12 trades at 100% profit or one trade at 500% profit with the same amount of risk and the leverage amount? Come on now. Right? So, exactly. And I always say that you could always get back in the trade. Okay? Can you be specific with how much you need to have in your day trader account before you can start swing trading? Jay Norris, honestly, I think that there is no dollar amount. Okay. Now here's another thing with day trading. Let's say you get your day trading account up to 15K. You can use your day trading account to just make you money every month. So you can say, okay, I'm gonna use this 15,000. I know how to trade now. I know I can make 8,000 a month. So every month I'm gonna use 15K. I'm gonna make 8,000. And so at the end of the month, anything over that 15K, I'm gonna withdraw that, right? So if you just say, okay, I'm gonna keep 15K in my day trading account, and I'm gonna use this account to make me money every month. You take that 8,000 out, put some aside for taxes. You put the rest into your shares, your equities, and your swing trading account, right? You could do that at 25K. It just depends on your appetite and where you're trying to take it. Right? So, automatically once you see 100%, stop order limit order, let them run. Okay, they want them high numbers. Exactly. All right. What up, Casey? Now we went over some fundamental things that we needed to talk about. Okay. So gotta switch. When you say different accounts, you have 2 accounts. On Webull, you can have, so Webull doesn't allow you to have multiple accounts, multiple individual accounts. You can only have one individual account. You can have a margin account, and then you can have an IRA, right? So Robinhood allows you to have multiple accounts. Thinkorswim allows you to have multiple accounts as well, okay? So that's just about that. Now, let's now go deeper and let's go into some technical stuff now, okay? Hey, if y'all watching this, man, be sure to like this video, y'all. All right? Don't listen. I'm giving you guys some very key critical stuff. All right? Don't watch this without liking this video. All right? Because we just getting started for real. So be sure to tap in. Be sure to like this video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. All right? So what up, Andres? So the next thing, okay? Now, let's get in the charts and let's start to understand candlesticks. Okay. Now, y'all already know by this point, my goal is to make this stuff simple. I'm not here to overcomplicate this stuff and give you guys jargon and no, I'm not here for none of that. I'm here to make this stuff simple for you guys. Okay. And always, as always, it does not matter the stock. We're going to talk about candlestick structure. Okay? Point blank, period. All right? We're about to start talking about candlestick structure. We're going to talk about Strat method, and we're also going to talk about liquidity. Okay? So, how much do you have to pay in taxes after earning about 10K? About 3K, Wayne? About 3K. What up, FJ Moore? You said I've been taking L's on IWM lately. Join the Discord, bro. I tell you every comment, join the Discord. You probably, if you've been taking L's on IWM lately, what this means is you probably lost more than $150. The Discord is $150, and we would actually help you make more money, and we would help you lose less. So your losses in the market are more than what the Discord costs you. So your opportunity cost of not joining the Discord is greater, but you don't really see that yet, right? A lot of times people love to try to do things on their own for as long as they can, but you have to stop allowing the market to continue to liquidate your money, and you got to just say, I'm just going to join the Discord, right? I'm telling you guys this for a reason. It's not because I just need you to join the Discord. I get emails about people complaining all the time. They taking L's and all of this other stuff, right? Only thing I can say at that point is join the Discord. You're either going to join the Discord or you're not. You're either going to come, take the course, or you're not. If you want to be stubborn and continue to take L's, tell me about your L's on YouTube or in my emails, but you don't want to join the Discord, then I don't know what to tell you, right? You're losing more money than the Discord costs. So stop doing that, right? Do something different so you can get a different result. If you want to keep getting the same result, then keep doing the same thing. That's all that I can say, right? Go drive Uber for 2 days, get the 150. That next month, you'll be able to pay for your Discord. I promise you that, okay? So, you're going to pay for the Discord regardless, right? You're going to, I promise you. The market is going to cook you, okay? So, all right, y'all. Not really, George. I don't really think so. I think that this last week was just weird. Honestly. It was just weird. Okay. So what else we got? Always Black Jews, boss man. Okay. Sonny doing the same thing. Exactly. Yeah, people do think making money is free. Right? Exactly. We got a whole curriculum in there and all of that stuff. I took one trade. She said I took one trade with him from a live. The profits from the trade bought me the Discord free. Exactly. Simple as that. Okay. And this was free. Missed so much, but I'm in. What's up, Patrick? Let's be kind, brothers and sisters. Exactly. 5 levels he gives and learn the Strat method. Exactly, Angel. All right. All right, y'all. So check this out. All right. So candlesticks, right? Now. Yep. Facts, Best B. I hear this all the time. Every time somebody joins a Discord, they always say, I should have joined earlier. I should have joined faster. I should have joined sooner. Right? I didn't heard that so many times. Right? So listen. Join the Discord. Come change your life. All right? Now, candlesticks. All right? Let's go over candlesticks, y'all. All right? I'm going to share my screen and we're going to get it cracking. All right. All right. So look at this, y'all. Okay? Candlesticks. Now, it does not matter what the stock is. Okay? It does not matter the stock. Every single candlestick has what? On a green candle, okay? On a green candle, we have an open. This is where the candlestick opened at for that time frame. So if we're on a daily time frame, it opened at this level at the beginning of the day. We have a close. This is where the candlestick closed, okay, for that day. Okay? So we got open and we got close. Okay? All right. Next, we also have a high and a low. All right? We got a high and we got a low. Now, every candlestick has this. Period. This is the anatomy of a candlestick. These little skinny lines are called wicks, okay? They are what create the highs and the lows of each candle. So this is the low of this candle. This is the high of this candle. All right? Now, this is on a daily time frame. So this represents the whole day's trading, not an hour. If you want an hour session, then you go to the hourly time frame. If you only want to know what happened for 15 minutes, then you go to the 15-minute time frame. This is the daily. Okay? Inside of the body of each candle, there's movement that is represented on a smaller time frame. Okay? So, on a red candle, you have the same thing, an open and a close, but because the candle is going down, it opens higher than where it closed at. In order for a candlestick to be red, it has to open higher and it has to close lower. It still has an open and close, it's just the opposite. It still has a high and it still has a low. Okay? Every candlestick has a high, a low, a open, and a close. All right? So that's your candlestick anatomy. Okay? That's your candlestick anatomy. This is how it goes. So now, these wicks, okay, these skinny lines, like I say, they're called wicks, okay? What do these wicks represent? All right? What do these wicks represent, y'all? Let me turn the volume off. Delete this real quick. What do these wicks represent, y'all? They represent buying or selling pressure. And they also represent testing. Okay? So watch. Wicks equal buying and testing. Okay? Very critical for you guys to understand. Okay? So, buying and selling pressure. If you see that there's a wick at the bottom of a green candle, and then there's not a big wick at the top, that tells you that buyers are still in control and the trend should continue to go up. Okay? So when you see these wicks, you need to understand why they came down and where they came down to. Why did I put testing? Because a wick just represents the stock came down to a price and then it went the opposite way. Why did it come down to that price? It was probably a support or a resistance level that the stock was testing at. Okay? This, right? This right here. I can already tell that this level right here, right? On this candle right here. This is a support. The next day, the stock came down to support, bounced, and it blasted off. That's what this wick created. This wick tested to see if it was going to go lower. It didn't go lower. It came down. This wick came down, tested this level, and it bounced and then it went up. So the wicks represent the buying and the selling pressure of every day. Look at this one. No buying pressure because the wick was very small, but there's a ton of selling pressure right here. And then look what happens. It sinks the next day. Right? So that's how we understand candlesticks. Okay? That's how we understand candlesticks. Let me know if that makes sense, y'all. I'm going to go over the support and the resistance. Just stick with me, y'all. We're going over the candlesticks right now. Right? Let me know if that makes sense about candlesticks. Okay? The next thing we about to do is we're going to go over the Strat method. Okay? And then we're going to bring it all together and talk about liquidity and levels. Okay? Yvonne said, I've never been in a Discord that cares so much about my success. I appreciate that, Yvonne. All right. Okay. So next, right? So, all right. All right. So that's candlesticks, right? Okay. Now that we got candlesticks, so the bottom wick is buying pressure and the top wick. Exactly. Exactly. So that's why when you see candles, right? That's why when you see candles that have, these wicks, it gives you an indication of what's going to happen. Look. So like right here at the top of an uptrend, it comes down, right? This stock, it came up, but then sellers pushed it down again. The next day it comes down some more. It pops up, but it comes down, and then the next day it comes down some more, and then it comes down again, right? This is on the daily. It's the same exact thing on the 30-minute time frame. It does not matter the time frame, okay? It does not matter the time frame, y'all. The principle still remains. Okay? So, I'm talking about principles, right? I'm talking about everything from a principle perspective. Okay? Now, the next thing we got is going to be the Strat method. Okay? The Strat method. If you guys are watching this video, be sure to like this video, okay? Let's get this video to 500 likes. All right, 500. Okay? So, 500 likes, y'all. Now, appreciate that, Lynette. So, the Strat method. The Strat method is a way to read price action. I personally feel like it's the best way to trade. When I started getting into the Strat method, over time, I got rid of my EMAs. I don't even use EMAs anymore. I do keep the 200 EMA on my chart for the daily so I can see things, right? But for investing, but I don't even use daily, like the EMAs, okay? I'm focusing on Strat method and order blocks. That's what I focus on, and areas of liquidity, okay? Strat method, order blocks, liquidity, that's my strategy. Those three things right there, okay? So, the Strat method. You have 3 types of candle, y'all. 3 types of candles. You have a 1 candle. A 1 candle represents consolidation. Okay? Consolidation. All right? Consolidation means that the stock took a pause. It is trading inside the range of the previous candle's range. Okay? So let's break this down. So I use the Strat Assistant, okay? The Strat Assistant indicator for my Strat method on TradingView. When you see a 1 candle, that means that in comparison to the previous candle, it is consolidating inside of the range. Let's go to a cleaner stocks chart. Let's go to CarMax. All right. So look, y'all. So y'all see how we got, this is the high of the candle, and this is the low of the candle, right? Okay. These yellow lines are the range. The next day, what happens? This 1 candle, the high is here and the low is right here. Okay? That makes it a 1 candle because the range that is trading in is inside of the previous candle's range. Okay? So it consolidated this day. But sellers were heavy. As you can see, sellers pushed the stock down. So this is a bullish 1 candle. It opened up down here and it closed here, but sellers pushed it down. And then as you can see, the next day, it comes down. So this is a 1 candle because it traded inside of this previous candle's range. So that is a 1 candle. A 1 candle represents consolidation. Okay? The 1 candle represents consolidation. The 2 candle is a directional candle. As you can see, whenever you have a 2 candle, it goes into a direction. 2 down, 2 up. You see the arrows? The arrow and the number lets you know it's a 2 down candle. It's a 2 down candle. It's a 2 up candle. It's a 2 up candle, right? So after a 1 candle, the stock likes to go strong in a direction. Okay? So a 2 candle is a directional candle. It's going in a direction. That is when you can enter after the stock breaks a level off of the 1 candle. So in this scenario, it broke the low of the previous day. It broke the low of this one candle and then it came down. That is how you take entry off the strat, and we're going to talk about that. Okay? It broke the low. That's a 2 down candle. Okay? The next type of candle we have is a 3 candle. What does a 3 candle mean? A 3 candle is an outside candle. So a 1 is an inside, a 2 is directional, a 3 is an outside candle. What do I mean by outside candle? Okay, let me show you. All right, look at this 2 candle right here. Boom, that's the high of the 2 candle. This is the low of the 2 candle, right? Now, next we have a 3 candle. This candle the next day came above the high of this candle, and it came below the low of this candle, which makes it a 3 candle, a 3-bar candle. Okay? These are very strong candles with momentum. Very strong candles with momentum. Okay? That is what a 3 candle means. It came outside of the previous candle's range, making it a 3-bar. Bullish or bearish, it just depends. Now, though that's the strat method, right? That's the strat method. Now watch this. Now watch this, y'all. Okay? The next thing is, okay, how do I take entry? All right. The way you take entries on the strat method is you need to understand your combinations. This is where people get caught up. Okay? This is where people get caught up. They start saying that this stuff is too complex. It's too confusing, right? I need you to simplify this. The first thing you need to understand is your strat combinations. All right? Now here's the cheat sheet. I've showed this to you guys a million times at this point. Here's the combinations. Right? He said easier said than done. It could always wick back up. I mean, of course it could always wick back up, right? That's trading, right? Like, let's not get... So here's the thing. Let's not try to focus on this could happen, this could happen. Of course, all of this stuff could happen. I am here to give you guys the fundamental understandings of the principles of this stuff, and it's up to you to be able to know how to do that. And that comes over time. So yes, of course it could wick back up. Any stock at any point in time can wick back up or it can wick back down. Of course, that is trading. But when you can understand what these things mean on different time frames, you will become a beast. Point blank, period. All right? Do I treat 3 bars different? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, because 3 bars are tricky. Okay? They're very tricky. And I'll explain that in a minute. First, I need to go to the strat combinations, right? These combinations, right? So you have a 2-1-2 bullish continuation. You have a 2-1-2 bullish reversal. You have a 3-1-2 bullish reversal. You have a 2-1-2 bearish continuation. You have a 2-1-2 bearish reversal and a 3-1-2 bearish reversal. Okay? You got a 1-3, you got a 1-3 right rev strat, you got a 1-2-2. These are combinations. You got a 2-2, you got a 3-2-2, right? You got a 2-2. Okay, and then you got a 2-2-2. Now, these are all combinations. It's your job to understand which combinations you like to trade. Okay? It's your job to understand which combinations you like to trade. If you are newer to the strat method, I would honestly say just focus on 2-1-2s. Okay? The simplest thing to understand. 2-1-2s. 2-1-2s, y'all. Okay? When I started using the Strat method, my profits more than tripled, percentage-wise, because I started using the Strat method. Okay? The way you take entry on the Strat method is you have an actionable signal. Okay? You have an actionable signal, y'all. So, what is an actionable signal? You see how this is a 2-1-2, a 2-1, a 2-1, right? The middle candle, so it's a 3-bar sequence. The middle candle, once it closes on whatever time frame you're trading it on, once it breaks below or above the high of that one candle, that's when you take entry. And then the bottom of that first candle or the top of that first candle is going to be your price target and where you take profit. Okay? This is how you do it. All right? So, what do I mean? Let's go and look at it. So let's go back to this 2-1-2 right here, okay? So right here on CarMax, we have a 2-1-2 bearish continuation. We got a 2 down, we got a 1 candle, and then we got a 2 down candle. So how do I trade this off the daily? Okay, once CarMax breaks below the next day, so this was the day, February 24th, right? On February 25th, we're gonna say, I would say this, puts below 42.68. Okay. Puts below 42.68. Okay. This is how I would do this. Puts below 42.68. Okay. Because that would make it a 2 down candle on the day. On the day, okay? Now, what will my price target be? What will my take profit be? Right here at 41.87. Take profit would be 41.87. Okay? It will be right there. So once the stock comes down here, that's where you take profit. And look what it did. It came right there. Okay? So we got a 2-1 on the daily. Once this stock gets below 42.68 on the 30-minute or even the 15, you can take entry and you can ride it down the rest of the day until it gets down to 41.87. That's your take profit. Boom. Right? So this was February 25th. So let's go to February 25th on the 30-minute time frame. February. Look at it. All right. So boom, right? This is February 20th, 23rd, 24th. All right, perfect. So look, y'all, this is how it worked out. This is the 24th. This was the 1 candle, okay? This was the 1 candle on the daily, right? So this is the 1 candle that we just saw on the daily. Okay? What did we say? We said puts below 42.68. So 42.68 is right here. Right? Boom. So once we get below 42.68, you can take entry and then you can exit at where? The low of the day before, right? Boom. And you take profit right there, right? That's how you do it. So this is a daily setup, but you can trade this inside of the day. Right? Let me know if that makes sense, y'all. Let me know if that makes sense. Can you use this combination? Hey, Billy, you know better, right? You are in a Discord. I'm going to ask you, have you watched the course inside of WAP? Right? Yes, you can use these combinations on any time frame. Right? I recommend the 30-minute, the hourly, the 2-hour, right, and the daily time frame. That's what I recommend. Okay? But yes, absolutely. Do you wait for close before you take entry? So this is the main question I always get. Those entry prices you take on the close of what time frame? All right, so watch this. Okay, so here's what happens. All right. So look at this, y'all. Now right here, within the first 30 minutes, the market drops and it comes down to the price target. So in this scenario, right, we would actually have to go look at the 15. So on February 25th, right? On February 25th, let's look at the 15 on February 25th. February 25th, let's go. So look, on February 25th, look what happens. So the support, so it broke below support, right? On the 15-minute, right here, right? It closed below support on the 15-minute time frame, right? Right there. On the 15-minute time frame, it closed below support. And then it didn't even get a chance to retest and then it dropped. So on this candle, if you see that it didn't even retest at all and we closed below support on the 15, then you can take entry here on the 15 and then you know your price target, right? So you say, okay, I'm gonna enter in at 42.53. I'm gonna write it down to the support, to the price target, right down here, 41.91. I'm gonna take profits right here. That's a 15-minute trade. You in and out, you make your money in 15 minutes. Okay? So you can get in before the closure of the 30-minute if it closes on the 15-minute below support and it retests and it continues to go in the direction. But because on the daily time frame that setup was there and it went too down on the daily time frame, it's more than likely going to go down to that price target no matter what time frame you're looking at inside of the daily the day's action. Does that make sense? Please let me know that makes sense, y'all. Okay? Let me know that makes sense. Paper stacking. He said Isaiah is the truth, flat out. He only wants to see us win. Nah, facts, paper stacking. You can also see the time frame at the top of TradingView. Web browser a bit easier to see. How would you set the stop loss? Pullback premiums. I don't really focus on stop losses anymore. I do manual. The daily is for swings, but also the daily lets me know what direction the stock is going the next day. Because once again, if I see a one candle, then I know what I'm waiting on a break of that one candle the next day, and I'm waiting on the stock to go 2 up or 2 down on the day. That's how I look at the market. Are we going 2 up or are we going 2 down on the day? That's how I look at it. Because if I know that a 2 up is a directional upward move, then I know that I can expect the stock to go probably to the high of the previous day. And if I'm expecting the stock to go 2 down, then what am I doing? I'm expecting the stock to go 2 down on the day. If we hit 2 down on the day, then we have room to go to the downside. So you need to know what direction are you expecting the stock to go based on the combination that the daily time frame is showing you. So the next day, you're waiting on what? The stock to go 2 up or 2 down on the day. That's all you're waiting on. That's all I'm waiting on. It's simple. Right? Angel said, y'all ain't got to be begging for levels if you pay attention. The levels. The levels. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my level beggars. All right? Yeah, Michael, that's one of those days. So now we're also going to talk about market sentiment, and we're also going to be talking about market sentiment and levels off the daily and the weekly and areas of liquidity as well. Okay. Yeah, so closure can be on a 5-minute time frame as well. Yeah, Money Dolphin. Sometimes it can. When do you get out the trade? When is the trade invalidated? You get out of the trade when it hits the profit target, or when you see that it's invalidated. And it's invalidated if we break, if we come back up, or if we bounce off of an area of liquidity. That's when it's kind of invalidated. Okay. Copy that 5 minute. Yes, all makes sense. It's so clear. Can you use a strat? You can use a strat on the 5-minute time frame, but I wouldn't recommend it unless you're going to be in and out within 2 to 3 minutes. What up, Stoic Trader? Will the strat work well with crypto? Anything that has charts, the strat method will work. I do options, right? How are you using the futures market to assist with your analysis for the market levels? Time frames are fractal, same pattern, different scale. So futures. All right, so futures, I'm looking at, obviously I'm just looking at the futures, and I'm basically looking at futures like NQ, right? And I'm like I said the other day, I'm still learning how to master futures and help me predict the market the next day, right? So I don't fully focus on futures right now because I'm in a student phase of futures, right? But what I do is I look at order flow, I pay attention to market sentiment, I use my intuition, and then I also look at the daily time frame every single day on these stocks, because that lets me know what's kind of going on. All right. So that is the strat method. Okay. That's how you take entries. Now let's go to the 30-minute. Okay. Let's go to the 30-minute. Let's say I want to trade Starbucks. Okay. All right. Let's say I want to trade Starbucks. So I don't really like their chart. I mean, this one right here looks good. This is a 3-2 on a 30-minute. Pre-market, we have a bullish 3-bar right here, right? And then we break the high of this 30-minute candle. We go 2 up, and then we blast off, and we retest yesterday's high, right? That's what happened right there. So this is a nice setup right here. This bearish 3-bar, we have a bearish 3-bar. It trapped people because it did break below, but then it bounced right back up, and then it ended up coming down about an hour later, right? And then we got a 2-1-2, right? So we had that one candle here. You enter in at the break of here, and then boom. So when you're trading the strat method, this is why I say your combinations are so important, right? You want to wait for a certain combination so that way you can, when it's time to enter into a trade. So if you see a 2 down candle and then you see a one candle, you wait for that one candle to close, and then this stock breaks above this one candle, then you take entry right here and you can ride it up, right? That's a 2-1-2 bullish reversal, right? We got a 3-1-2 right here. We got a bearish 3-bar. We got a one candle. We never broke below this 3-bar right here. So it's not a 3-2, it's a 3-1. And then look what happened. It goes up, boom, and then it goes up the rest of the day. That's a 3-1-2. Okay? So you can trade this on the 30-minute and the hourly are beautiful to trade. Honestly, you could trade the Strat method on a 30-minute and hourly, and you can make a lot of money, y'all. Okay? You can make a lot of money. All right? So let me know if that makes sense. Let me know if that makes sense. So with the Strat, ones can become twos. Any candle can become anything. That's why you wait for that candle to close. You get what I'm saying? Also, we just got to be patient and wait. Exactly, Michael. You see what Michael said, y'all? You got to be patient and wait for the candle to close. That's what you have to do. Right? Is this strategy 100%? No. A lot of the questions that I'm seeing, I could tell that it's a lot of overthinking. Like, listen to what I'm telling you to do. That's what you do. I know you guys are trying to understand it, but sometimes we make things more complicated in our head than it has to be. I'm literally telling you when to enter, right, off of a one candle or an actionable signal. The candles that you wait, you have to wait for the setup. You have to wait for the setup. Okay? You have to wait for the setup to show itself. And when it breaks above or below the setup's candle, that's when you take your entry. Okay? How can you determine profit target? So that's when we're looking at order blocks, right? Also, oh, that's a banger. That's also a double bottom ready to take off. Okay. Right here. What's up, Miss Fruitful? Corey, this is already recorded. This video will be on YouTube, so you can go watch this over and over again. What's up, Jamila? How you feeling? Can y'all not in the family believe this is free content? You will not find this anywhere, especially so precise, technical expertise, clear, understand. Exactly, Jamila. You know what I'm saying? Himan Shimor, I told you guys I use the Strat Assistant. I'm really asking for you guys to this is why I said make sure y'all are engaged, right? I told you guys in every video, my Strat videos, what indicator this is. I told you guys at the beginning of this video as well, right? Please, please, please make sure you guys are paying attention. I cannot stress that enough. Please make sure y'all paying attention. I'm going over all of this stuff in depth. All right? So look, once again, okay, to get the Strat method on your charts, you go get the Strat Assistant, okay? The Strat Assistant, y'all. All right? Strat Assistant by Ricky Z. Carroll. Okay, that's what you do. All right? Come on, y'all. All right? LaRue, she said the way the light bulb just popped on. Exactly. That's why I do this. Okay? That's why I do this. Cause some of y'all are in the Discord and you're still not using the Strat method. I know. That's why I'm doing this, because sometimes you need to watch certain videos a million times. Sometimes you need to hear something that you've heard before in a different way, and then it's gonna click, right? That's why I said I'm gonna do this. Obviously, celebrate 4,000, give back to people, but at the same time, I also say that I'm doing this because it's gonna help you guys having these light bulb moments, and it's gonna make things a little bit more clear for y'all, okay? Straight up, the more y'all study, the less you worry. Pull back premiums. I usually do limit orders, but If the spreads are tight, then I'll do market orders because I know that I'm not going to have drawdown because the spreads are tight. Can we look at, no, we're not looking at any stocks today, y'all. I told you guys in the beginning, we're not looking at any stocks. We're not talking about what the market is going to do tomorrow, right? Or Monday, right? I told you guys this is strictly focusing on the teachings, okay? Tomorrow's live, we could look at stocks. Right now, I am not in that mode. We're not doing that. What we are doing is we're going over levels, the Strat method, entries and exits, liquidity. That's what we're focusing on today, okay? I need you guys to stay on track and listen to what I am saying, right? We're not going over any stocks, all right? So, the setting is inside of the Discord, Henry. All right? So, Jalam, I'll be definitely, yeah, we'll rewatch this. I'm telling you, Moni, a lot of y'all are overthinking this stuff. A lot of y'all are overthinking this stuff. All right? 1 and 2 levels, FJ Moore. Okay? If we just get off that 5 minute, I'm telling y'all, stay off the 5 minute time frame, y'all. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say to get you guys to stay off the 5 minute time frame. I know people say it, but if you've been getting cooked more than you've been making money, then it's time to try something different. If the 5 minute time frame is working for you, then keep doing it. But if you've been getting absolutely obliterated and liquidated, then you need to get off the 5 minute time frame. If it works for you, then cool. If it doesn't, then it's time to try something new. Okay? I'm seeing the exit levels clear. There we go. Right? That's crazy. If I get there and I'm becoming a sponge, already learned a bunch. Exactly. Let's go double R. For someone with a full-time job, what's the best way to trade in the morning? I would just swing trade off of, depends on what your full-time job is, but I would probably swing trade and just take profits when the market opens. This is great for visual learners. Exactly. That's why I do that. All right. Can we go over a Rev Strat example? I don't usually trade those. I don't either, Alchemist. Honestly, I really don't either. Y'all better appreciate this mode he's in today. It will say, nah, real talk, right? I use Goat Funded Trader. That's what's up, Reggie. Come back Sunday and go fish. Exactly. Could you help understanding the order block? We about to go over that, Sherry. Staying focused on the masterclass. Okay, definitely making sense. Absolutely, William. All right, absolutely, Himans. All right. All right, so now, okay, so we just went over the risk management, you know, little bit of psychology. Then we went over the candlesticks and understanding that. Then we went over the Strat method. We went over entries and exits, okay? What we about to go over next is about to be areas of liquidity, and we're about to go over order blocks as well, okay? Areas of liquidity and order blocks, okay? Now this right here is extremely important. And it took me, a year and a half, 2 years to even kind of understand this stuff in the way that I do now, okay? So make sure y'all pay attention, all right? Make sure y'all pay attention, all right? Before we go into this part, I need y'all to make sure y'all pay attention, okay? Straight up. Pay attention, y'all, okay? Please. I can't be repeating myself because there's so many of y'all, so many comments. Like, we need to stay focused, all right? For a beginner, I'm building a $5,000 buy and hold. This is some golden advice. Got my note. Oh, there we go. Beezy boy, that's what's up, all right? The time frame determines the target. If you find 3-1 on the 2 hour, high or low. Yep, absolutely close now. Yep. All right, so the next thing, we got areas of liquidity and order blocks, okay? Excuse me. When I'm saying areas of liquidity, all I'm saying, I'm referring to fair value gaps, okay? So, I'm not going to show examples on NQ or gold. I'm going to show examples on what I show the examples on, and you're going to follow along. You feel what I'm saying? Like, let's listen. If you got, let me say something real quick. If you guys are on this live and I'm doing it for free, please don't demand stuff for you. Okay? That's called being selfish. Right? I'm saying this with as humbly as I can. I chose to do this because I appreciate everybody who likes and subscribes and watches these videos. Do not come on these lives trying to demand me to do something for your selfish reasons. Okay? I'm going to teach this for whatever stock I want to. I'm not going to do it for NQ because that's what you want. Okay? I'm just keeping it real. So you're going to follow along and you're going to apply this for what you need. That's the whole point of this. I'm not here to do work for you guys. I'm here to help you guys learn how to do work for yourself so you could go do this on your own without needing me. Okay? That I just have to say that stuff. All right? So let's focus on the actual focus. Okay? So Corey, he said, I just joined in about an hour in. Sorry for the fresh. It's all good, Corey. All right? It's all good. So, here's what we're going to do, y'all. So, and listen, everything that I'm about to say, I'm only saying this one time. So, you guys better listen and better pay attention, okay? Because these are questions that I get in my emails randomly, one by one by one. All right? So everything I'm about to say it one time. So y'all got to make sure you guys listen up and y'all paying attention. All right? So when I'm saying areas of liquidity, I am referring to fair value gaps. Okay? I'm referring to fair value gaps. Okay? Now, when I say fair value gaps, if you don't know what a fair value gap is, I'm about to show you guys, and I'm going to break this down for you guys. Now, a fair value gap can be on any time frame. Okay? It could be on any time frame. Okay? So, keep that in mind. Now, a fair value gap is a 3-candle sequence. Okay? You have a fair value gap that's showing you where buyers are at when the stock is going up, and you have a fair value gap that's showing you where sellers are at when the stock is coming down. Okay? Remember what I'm saying. I told you I'm only going to say this once. If you want to hear me say this again, you're going to have to rewatch this whole video. What's up, Genesis? Okay? So, here's a fair value gap. Right? Let me find one. So, let me go to a more liquid stock. Let's go to let's go to NVIDIA. Okay? All right, perfect. Here's an example. So a fair value gap, okay? 3-candle sequence. When you have a bullish fair value gap and you have buyers, right? It's a 3-candle sequence. So we have one candle here, we have one candle here, and we have one candle here, right? This created a fair value gap, which is an imbalance in the stock. So it's going to be the high of the first candle, which is right there. And then we're going to have the low of the third candle, which is right here. Okay? What does that create? It creates a gap right here. Okay? And we call these fair value gaps. All right? We call these fair value gaps, FVG. What this is an area on the chart that has an imbalance and the stock has not been tested. So what does this mean? This means that the stock has to come in this area to get liquidity before it goes higher. So what happens? It creates a fair value gap here after it runs up, right? And then what happens? Later on in the day, it comes down. And then look what happens. It gaps down right into this fair value gap, and then it goes up because it got liquidity right here. Now, if I turn on my area of liquidity tool, you guys can see, boom, right? Just exactly what I mapped out. This showed that it's a fair value gap, right? It created a fair value gap right here of buyers. It came down. It gapped down into this fair value gap right here, right? And then what happened? It got liquidity and then it went up. Okay? So I'm going to turn this back off real quick. Okay? So this is a fair value gap, a 3-candle sequence. Okay? The high of the first candle, the low of the third candle makes a gap. This is called liquidity. Okay? So that's why the stock gaps down into this area, and then what happens? It gets liquidity and it goes back up, and then it goes back up. Okay? That's exactly what happened, y'all. Let me know if that makes sense. Let me know if that makes sense. Let me know if that makes sense. That is what liquidity is, y'all. Okay? That is what liquidity is. So watch this. We're about to go in even more. We're about to go in even more. But I need to make sure that you guys are following along. Okay? Okay. So now that we understand what liquidity is, this can be to the upside or it can be to the downside, right? You have buyers with areas of liquidity where buyers are at, and you have areas of liquidity where sellers are at. Okay? Now, Miss Fruitful, she said, this is where I was stuck. I got it. There we go, Miss Fruitful. That's what I'm talking about, okay? How do you find the 3 candles from fair value gap, or should we just use exactly, Keisha, right? Just use the indicators. So that's what I was gonna say. So now, instead of having to find these and mark them, how do you just have it show up on your chart so you know where it's at? Ding, ding, ding. Now, here's the tool that I use. Okay? Here is the tool that I use. Lux Algo, y'all. Okay? You get Lux Algo. It is a paid indicator, but it shows you all of the areas of liquidity on all time frames, so that way you don't have to draw them out. Okay? So luxalgo.com. Okay? What's the pricing? Premium. I get the premium. I know y'all gonna email me and ask me that question too. All right? Premium. Right? For monthly, $57 a month. Right now they got a deal going on. I get the premium, okay? I'm only saying this once. I get premium. If you are not using this, then I don't know what you're doing. Okay? So now we go to the charts. Now I turn Lux Algo on. Boom. Now it has all of my areas of liquidity. Okay? Now all of my areas of liquidity are showing fair value gap right here. Look. Stock came down. It's trying to come up. It's rejecting. It's probably going to come down. Right? So when I say stock got to get above this area, it's an area of liquidity. If we don't get above the area of liquidity, the sellers or buyers are going to step in, and then we're going to go. If we don't get above, then they're going to come back. Sellers are going to step in, and it's going to push it down. That makes sense, y'all? Let me know if that makes sense. Okay? So I use Lux Algo. So now, no matter what the time frame is, these areas of liquidity. So let's go to IWM. Right? This is the 1 hour. Why did IWM not go higher on Friday? Because look, we had this massive area of liquidity, sellers that got created after the data. So sellers are just sitting right here. So yes, we popped up, but look what happened. We rejected, and then we rejected, and we created a 1 candle and then a 2 down. Then we tried to come up again and we rejected again, and then we came back down. This is a fair value gap. This is an area of liquidity where sellers are sitting at, right? Where every time the stock comes up, they're going to place orders to sell, and it's going to come right back down until we break through. Okay? Now, what is this? This is an order block right here. Now, buyers and sellers are sitting right here. This is the same thing as support and resistance. So this would be more of a price target once we start to see that IWM is coming to the upside. So these areas of liquidity are stopping the stock from coming up. But once it does come up, this is the area where it will get to, and then it can reject that or it can break through here. But these are going to be your levels. These areas of liquidity are going to be your levels where the stock can reject at on its way to the upside. So when I say an area of rejection or a rejection level, it's most likely an area of liquidity that can stop the stock from going up higher. So if we get above this area of liquidity at 254, then the next area is going to be at 255.15 through 255.85. So between 255.15 and 255.85, we could reject and then we could come lower, or we could break through here and then we could make our way up to 257.96. Okay? So these are your fair value gaps. So just use Lux Algo and let it show you where the fair value gaps are at instead of trying to draw them out, because you can't draw every single one on every single time frame. But if you have Lux Algo on your charts, then it's going to show you your areas of liquidity on every time frame, every single day in real time. Okay? So let me know if that makes sense, y'all. If that makes sense, let me know. Okay? Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you how to play fair value gap, Sherry. It's not on a significant move pullback. It's on a move where there's a gap on the charts. So you have to be able to see if it's going to the upside, the top of the first candle, there's a candle in the middle, the bottom of the third candle creates a gap. This is why I say just use Lux Algo, because it's going to populate them for you and you can just see them, right? And it's going to do it for you in real time. Can we add these indicators separately without purchasing Lux Algo? What do you mean, Matt Lord? What do you mean? What indicators are you talking about separately? I told you guys about the Strat Assistant. That's free. But I don't know what you mean about independently or, without Lux Algo. Okay. So, all right. So that makes sense, right? Okay. So let me ask you guys, is this helpful? Is all of this helpful, you guys? If this is helpful, let me know, y'all. If this is helpful, let me know in the comments. I don't want to waste y'all time, right? I want to make sure this is as valuable and impactful as possible, but I want to know, is this helpful for you guys? Corey said there's a Lux Algo indicator for free on TradingView. Here's the thing, right? If you guys want to get the free indicator on Lux Algo on TradingView, be my guest, but I can't stress this enough. There are things that are on the paid indicator that aren't on the free indicator. So a lot of times we be like, oh, I'm gonna just get the free one. But like, would you pay $50 to go make an extra $4,000 a week? Like, really think about this. Would you pay $50 to go make an extra $4,000 a week? A lot of times we be so focused on not paying a monthly payment for $50 or not paying something for $50 that we cheat ourselves of making way more money. Me personally, I say pay for the paid indicator. If you don't want to, I can't force you to. But at the end of the day, I'm telling you guys what I'm using. Okay? This is one of them things where I'm giving you guys the exact game, and some of you guys are still gonna go do your own thing. Some of you guys are still not gonna do exactly what we're talking about right here. Some of you guys are gonna do almost the opposite of what I'm saying. When I'm giving everything to you on a silver platter, right? Because you're gonna try to do it your way. When I'm giving you every single tool, every single thing, you're gonna try to make it fit in how you try to do things. I'm just saying, like, this is what I mean when I say listen, right? Listen. Listen to what I'm telling y'all. Okay? That's no difference from not the YouTube versus the Discord. Yeah, listen, my YouTube is very valuable. You can make thousands of dollars off this YouTube, yes. But you join a Discord, you'll make even more, right? Same concept. Right? So you can get Luxalga without purchase, but I'm not sure if it's not the same. It's not the same. Appreciate it, pullback premiums. I think she means there's a free tool. Yeah, yeah. So I'm not gonna spend more time on that. Okay, so he said she said if you see areas of liquidity, do you not trade calls? Okay, exactly, right? So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. What else we got? Great information. Says so helpful. I feel like I can now get the most out of the Discord. I wasn't getting it at first, and I wasn't gonna give up. I'm glad, LaRue. Hey, LaRue, you should have been asking questions though, right? That's what I be saying. You guys need to ask questions and engage in the Discord. If you guys are saying, if you don't feel like you're getting the full experience out of the Discord, you need to start asking questions. Don't just be in there. Ask the questions. You get what I'm saying? Right. Don't walk over dollars just to get to some dimes, y'all. Right? Listen, and I already said that, like, this, nothing I said in this video is financial advice. So if y'all want financial advice, man, make sure you guys talk to a licensed financial advisor. All right. Appreciate that, Ms. Fruitful. My total cost for tools, like $150 a month. Thank you, Asor. So at fair value gaps, do you stick with the daily time frame? No, I use it on multiple time frames. Shavit Media. Pleasure is mine. All right. Exactly. You see what Natalie's saying? She said, do you think that Lux Algo is going to include the best stuff for free on the free version? Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, oh, it got a free version. Yeah, okay, cool. Go get the free version and you're still going to be missing out. Pay the $50. Stop being cheap. Mars said, yes, for as long as I've been watching, you've been nothing but helpful. I'm glad to hear that. Stressed in for the next few weeks. It's all good. Nah, Moni. Nah, LaRue. I use tools, all right? Right, Adam. Lux Algo it works on TradingView, not Thinkorswim. And that's another thing. If y'all using Thinkorswim for y'all charts, I don't even know what to say, honestly. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. Cause I wouldn't even be able to chart on Thinkorswim for real. All right, so let's go back to areas of liquidity, right? All right, so when you have, so when you guys have a, so let's just say, let's say on a daily, right? So like you see, so right here on the daily time frame, we got this area of liquidity, right? And we got an order block down here. So in my mind, and then we got a buyer's area of liquidity right here. So these are just areas where buyers and sellers are at. So if we can't get above here, we're going to come down here, but we could bounce right here, right? And look what happened. We came down there, we bounced a little bit. We came up, we rejected off of there, right? So if you see a red fair value gap, which is where sellers are at, and the stock is coming up, you should be thinking puts, because the stock, they're going to get liquidity. Everybody who thinks the stock is going to go up is going to get trapped. And then the stock is going to start coming down because sellers are going to step in right here in this area. Until we clear this red box, calls are not on the table. You enter into puts when you see a rejection sign in this area. That's how the game goes. And then it's going to come back down to this order block right here, which is where buyers and sellers are at, which is going to be a resistance or a support level. And this is off the daily time frame right here, right? Okay, let me give you guys another example. Verizon, okay? Look at the daily. Look at the daily, y'all, okay? Area of liquidity. Buyers are all up in this area. Came down right here. Looked like it was going to go lower, but what happened? It bounces, comes up, comes down again, bounces again, and it goes higher. Why does it do that? Because buyers are sitting right here in this area. So this area of liquidity, every time it comes down, even though it's coming down, think about calls, and then it bounces up and it goes higher. Until this vanishes and goes away and we close below it, it's not time for puts yet, it's time for calls. Now you can make money on puts, but you got to be able to know when to get out, because if buyers step in, it's going to push it right back up. So this is the power of the areas of liquidity, y'all. And these are on all time frames. So when you're looking at these charts, you say, oh, wow, Verizon, it's going to take a while for them to come down, because we got buyers here, we got buyers here, we got buyers here, we got buyers here, right? We got buyers all the way down to $40. So it's going to take a long time for them to come down, right? If they didn't have any buyers in these areas, then they could just come down straight down. But they got so many buyers that buyers are always going to be stepping in somewhere along the way, and they're going to push them right back to the upside. And that's the power of areas of liquidity on these multiple time frames. Okay? Let me know if that makes sense, y'all. Let me know if that makes sense. Let me know if that makes sense. Exactly, KDH. Bulls and bears being campers, ready to place an order to make the stock go in that direction. Just like that. Drink Alka-Sol. I use Weeble. Henry, if you was in the Discord, you would have knew why it was still going up. See what I'm saying? And this same strategy can be used on day trading as well, right? So let's go. Let's say I want to trade IWM. I go to the 30-minute. Look, 30-minute time frame. Okay, let's find. Okay, look, this right here. So we have a gap, right? We gap down. They come up, but where do they reject at? They reject in this area of liquidity, right? So you see a reversal right here. You take entry, you could write it down from 260 down to 258. You could bank right there. You see what I'm saying? You could do this on any time frame, y'all, right? So if a stock is coming up, right? Let's say a stock is coming up, like right here. A lot of times we think it's a reversal and it's just a pullback, right? Boom, the stock is coming up, it's coming down. There might be an area of liquidity on a smaller time frame, maybe the 5-minute time frame. We see where that area of liquidity is at. We take entry once it bounces off that area of liquidity, and then we ride it back to the upside. So when the stock is coming down, but you see fair value gaps and areas of liquidity, you want to start thinking calls when we get to that area of liquidity to go back up. And when the stock has sellers fair value gaps, and the stock is coming down and the stock does go up, you want to think about puts once we get up to that top part of that level, and then we start coming down. Okay? Let me know if that makes sense. All right. So yeah, the order block is on Lux Algo as well, and the order block is like support and resistance, like I was saying. That's where buyers and sellers are at. Fair value gaps are only where buyers or sellers are at. Okay. I use Robinhood to chart. I know I need to take my stuff to the next level. I'm telling you, listen, y'all. TradingView, Lux Algo is really all you need to change your life in a major, major way in the market, y'all. We talking about $90 a month to go make $25,000 a month. Like, what are we talking about here? Why are we still using these limited tools, right? Like, come on now. Okay. So talk to me, y'all. Talk to me. We coming up on 2 hours on this masterclass. Has this helped you out? Has this masterclass helped you out? Do you guys feel like you guys can take this week and go make way more money this week? Let me know. Has this masterclass helped you out? Do you guys feel like you can take this and go run with it and go make way more money this week than you did last week? Let me know in the comments, y'all. Let me know in the comments. So 100%. Yeah. What's up, L Rock? And this is why, y'all need to be in the Discord. If you on YouTube and you're not in the Discord, you've been missing out on this information the whole time. You've been missing out on this information the whole time. Right? That's the opportunity cost. So be sure to join the Discord if you guys have not. Come trade with us. We got all of this stuff inside of the curriculum and in the course. Right? Real talk. Skip said eye opener. Yep, Tim. Next week in trouble. Let's go, Adam. Let's go, Adam. What we got? Without a doubt, this class is your teaching is fire. Appreciate that, Ed Scott. Exactly. He isn't selling. Go ahead, be a carpenter with the saw from the dollar store if you choose. Right. Yeah, if y'all want them dollar store indicators, then go, feel free. I'm not going to stop you. You just going to be, you know what I'm saying? You just going to be experiencing what you experience. Now they say, yep, I had a light bulb moment the past week and it all started making sense. There we go. Geneva, this information is gold. Appreciate that. Looking to make my entry into Discord money this week. Let's go. And he said this was big. I appreciate it, Ant. Jamal, he said this class has shown me where I need to shift my focus. I got you, bro. Rewatch. No fair value gap and liquidity are not the same. Liquidity are where spots are taken. Fair value gap are big moves. Okay, Dwayne. Thank you, Isiah. I really appreciate the work you're doing for us. I will definitely implement everything. There we go, no extendo. Hey, my pleasure, bro. Hey, I want to see you get up out of them sales. You know what I'm saying? I know how it is, dog. I know how it is. My pleasure, Miss Fruitful. Appreciate the knowledge. I am turning my small account into a big account with this knowledge. Okay, Money Hungry. Let's go, Money Hungry D. Absolutely about to get a bag this week. There we go. This definitely helped more than any other video I've seen. Man, I appreciate that, Phil Mo. Hey, you know how we do, Cali Chick. Simple and straight to the point. This has been very insightful. Feel better prepared to make money this week. There we go. One trade at, yeah. Hey, then let's not forget, right? 3 trades max, 1 trade at a time, 1 position open at a time. Don't forget what we talked about in the beginning. All right, don't forget what we talked about in the beginning. All right, well worth the money. So you telling me that Lux will basically tell you when to buy? Pretty much, if you know how to read it. Appreciate that, Nissan. Glad it helped, Chandra. Miss Fruitful, she said, listen, come into the TPC community. You won't regret it. You will not regret it, y'all. All right. I am determined to succeed at trading. I have a 6-year plan to be, you could get there in a year and a half, bro. I really understood where you showed the daily chart for looking at the 1 candle the next day. There we go. I can see clearly now. For real, you'll hear more strat lingo and questions coming from me. Let's go. Let's go, LaRue. Deborah said yes. Najee, do you trade live? Every day we trade live, bro. I need to have those strat combos up while trading. Yes, you do. I'm telling y'all. Right? Quiet, however, focus. Some new information. There we go, Ed Miller. Yeah, info been on point since I got down. And you've been killing it, Walt. All right, she said, now join, zero reason for you not. I know, right, Jamila? All right, I've been using my Moo charts to trade. Going to upgrade the trading view. Let's go. Let's go, Nissan. Just got on. What strat methods do you show? You got to rewatch you got to watch this. Rewatch it, bro. Glad it helped. Final boss this past week was a lot of market. It was. Yeah, get off the 5-minute time frame. You already know, Kent. Said, yes, bro. Hoping to make this full time and then hoping I can take others as well. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, a lot of people do gatekeep. Another banger stream. Great strat, man. Appreciate that, Dwayne. Will you be able to go back and rewatch this? Yeah, Travis, you can. He said you dropped $1,000 worth for this masterclass for free. Thanks, fam. Hey, I got you, bro. I got you, dog. All right, y'all. So listen, y'all. What we gonna do is my advantage is swiping, swinging. But okay, you've posted that 18 times. You know, I get it, Killer Loyalty. You a swinger. That's perfect. Swing trader. Amazing. So yeah, y'all, listen. Want to thank you for doing this, Isiah. It's really special. People don't teach for real and dive into nuances, even just beyond it. Exactly. Pull back. It's different over here, man. It's different, y'all. All right. On lives daily, we make cash even while you learn. Exactly. How do you get into the Discord, Mr. Bell? The link is in the description of this video, but I'm gonna post I'll post that link down here as well. Okay. There we go. If y'all want to join the Discord and you have not, click on this video. I mean this link right here in the comments. All right. So I just posted it. I know that was I didn't mean a swinger. That's why I said swing trader right after. If I join the Discord, do I still need to buy Lux Algo? Nah, you got to buy Lux Algo for when you trade by yourself. You can take my trades and you could, follow my setups, but you need it for your charts. Appreciate that, Asar. Isiah, thank you for filling in a lot of blanks. I got you, Ed Miller. Appreciate that, Leela. You covered any and all questions I had about your style. Thank you for this. Fire still watching videos. Appreciate that double R. Get the likes up before we get out of here. Yeah, get them likes up, y'all. All right. Girl ass, you gotta just rewatch this, okay? I'm not gonna. You just got in. You can't come in 2 hours in and ask me to repeat what I said. That's not what we doing. Shout outs for real. I'll never stop sharing the playlist lives. Appreciate that, Patrick. Thank you for the excellent overview. It helped me clearly see the big picture. I will also continue reviewing training materials. There we go. Let's go, y'all. All right. Let's go. So listen, like I said, man, I really want you guys, do you trade live or members only? We trade live in the Discord every single day, y'all. Every single day we trade live. All right. You said this week would be no joke. Glad I'm still in the game. I told y'all it was gonna be a crazy week. I told y'all. Appreciate it. I got you, Cliff. All right. Appreciate you, family, as always. Definitely gonna rewatch it. I noticed you never use the broadening formation when you do strat classes. Is this a good indicator? Do you? Yeah, I don't want to info overload. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't want to overload people. People already get confused about the strat method, so I try to keep it very simple so people could understand, right? The strat is the strat. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta watch the video to understand. The strat method is the strat method. That's what it's called. You get what I'm saying? That's what it's called. The strat method is the strat method, right? Grease Monkey, appreciate that. Appreciate you. Time is valuable. Hey, Alchemist, hey, Alchemist, you funny. Nah, the Discord ain't free. $5 a day, then morning Starbucks. Exactly. Jamila be knowing. Well, listen, y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. We 2 hours in this thing. I really hope that you guys got a lot of questions answered. I hope that you guys got a lot of clarity as well, okay? Like I said, we've been doing this inside of the Discord. If you have not been in the Discord, you've been missing out, right? We've been on this stuff. So be sure to join the Discord, because the thing about it is my bag is so deep that we got so much more, okay? We got so much more, and I continue to learn more. I continue to get better, and anytime I get better, all I do is I come back and I share it to the Discord anyway. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all join, okay? Make sure you guys aren't being cheap, okay? You got to pay to be able to play so that you can elevate your game. You think LeBron is as great as he is because he said he going to do his nutrition and his training by himself? No, this man is dropping $1 million a year on his health so that he could be the best athlete in the world. This is how the game go, all right? LaRue, she said, thank you for this masterclass. I pray that you get back in abundance all that you pour into this world. And son, I appreciate that, LaRue. Every day, you know what I'm saying? I know it's coming back. All right, appreciate that, Black Pearl. I got you, KP. You was quiet today. Thank you for all the information. Committed girl, I got you. Hey, yeah, who gonna ask for some levels? Hey, now we can cut up. You know what I'm saying? Who gonna ask for some levels? After everything I just said, who gonna ask for some levels? I know one of y'all gonna ask before we get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, appreciate that, Best B. Real talk, man. I'm here, dog. I'm here for you. I'm gonna rewatch this, but this was an order block indicator you set up supply. No, this was not supply and demand, Benny. Just rewatch this, okay? Just rewatch it. I got you, Ed Miller. How often do you do these masterclasses on YouTube? You got to be following me to know how often. I make videos every single day, y'all. Go back on my videos and watch the videos that I've been posting. I've been posting daily for over a year now, all right? Make sure y'all tap in, all right? You don't be coming on one live and asking. You got to go to my YouTube channel. I got over 625 videos. And I'm not talking about shorts. I'm talking about long form, hour-long lives. I'm talking about 20, 30-minute videos breaking down stuff that people ain't just breaking down like this. I really do this every single day. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all, like, make sure y'all tap in. All right? I like what you pointed out. You got to take risks and look at it like tuition. Exactly, pull back. I got you, Money Dolphin. Let's go. Appreciate that, Chris Henry. All right, can we get some levels though? Right? Right. Hey, see, Best B, no, he said every day a masterclass. You know what I'm saying? Look, every day a masterclass. Every day is a listen, if you pay attention to what I say, you would know that every day is a masterclass. Like, talking to me is like being in a masterclass. And I'm not saying that, arrogantly, but I'm just being real with you guys. Like, talking to me is a masterclass. For real. So, it's a masterclass on yourself. It's a masterclass on persistence, confidence, whatever you want to call it. Like, talking to me, it is a masterclass. So, y'all got to make sure y'all lock in and y'all tap in. All right? So, yeah, y'all. Yeah, tomorrow we're going to go live at the same time. And then we're going to be talking about all the levels for Monday and what the weekly outlook is going to be looking like. All right? So, I appreciate y'all for tapping in. I appreciate y'all for showing up. All right? You can learn so much from everything that has already been posted. Exactly. You got to put in the work. Yeah, y'all got to put in the work, man. All right? If I stopped right now, this would be a success and it would be a victory. You could just be able to go back on all of my videos and just watch them. I guarantee if something happened to me, my views will go up crazy because people will start going back to my old stuff. Because I'm here right now, people don't want to go to my old stuff because people be lazy. All right? Make sure you go to my older stuff because it's not obsolete. No, that stuff is still here and it's intact. But all people want is what's here right now. That's what people be wanting. You get what I'm saying? Like, you got to go back. You got to do research. If you find a song that you like, what do? You go to that artist and you go listen to what? Their older stuff that they already put out. Do the same with me. Go watch my older stuff, right? You're going to see like, damn, go watch my first live. Go watch my first video I posted. Go watch the video I did 2 months ago. Go watch the video I made 4 months ago. Go watch it. Go watch my progress. You're going to start to see who I really am and what this content really means. And you're also going to see, I want you to go put my YouTube channel, go watch my videos, and I want you to go put them up against anybody else's videos in the space. You're going to be like, nothing compares to what you're getting here. And that is a 1000% fact. That's not ego, that's a fact. Because I don't gatekeep nothing. So that's what I want you to do. Go watch my videos, and I want you to put them up against anything you've ever seen from anybody else, all the big names, all the popular people. Go put them up against that. And you're going to be like, damn, nobody's giving this information away. Because these are facts. These are facts. Right? Like, real talk. So, yeah. Like really go do that. Go do that research. You know what I'm saying? No, it's all good, Kay. Appreciate that, Jamila. All right. I was learning from someone else, been subscribed to your channel. I was trying to stay with one person, but I'm about to make switch to you. Yeah, come on over, Benny. All right. Appreciate that, Natalie. Trying to become that 0-day sniper with it. Yeah, it's not easy. Stephen said he about to get them veneers. I understand the Strat method from your old videos and the 40K a month. Hey, appreciate that, Broderick. Let's go. Yeah, people have gotten spoiled. Cali chick, for real. Real talk. Real talk. Yeah, watch the Inner Whip videos. Watch all my old ones. Watch all my old videos. You guys, man, it's so much up in there. You know what I'm saying? There's so much up in there. Feel me? So listen, y'all. I'm about to hop out of here. I'm about to go get some food. All right? And I'm about to chill. I hope everybody has a great day. I hope everybody has a great weekend as well. I hope that this blessed you. All right? Not getting this info in real time, nowhere else. Exactly. I've been in plenty of places. Exactly. Straight up. All right? Exactly, Travis. That's why I did it. Okay? So y'all have a great day, man. Like I always say, make sure you get up out your head, go get into this world, because your head is a dangerous place to live. All right? And also remember, y'all, the more you study, the less you worry. All right? Y'all have a great day. I'm going to holler at you guys tomorrow, and we're going to get it cracking. All right? All of y'all stay smooth, man. Peace.